Welcome to this edition of Labor Vision. I'm Bob Delaney, Executive Director of the Institute for Labor Studies and Research. Labor Vision, a production of the Institute, focuses on topics of importance to working Rhode Island families. We hope you enjoy this evening's edition.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the William Debate Memorial School and the 26th Annual Gingerbread Express delivery. We've been working at this school for many, many years, and now the children who attended the school when they were children are now sponsors and are here today to help other children. We work every year throughout the state. We have a lot of fun with the children, and they are to learn from all of this the dignity and the gratefulness of having what we have, and to pass this good deed on to someone else. So all the children here today will be doing a good deed for someone else in gratitude for our holiday celebration here with the gingerbread cookies. We have live dancing gingerbread cookies and a population here of over 400 children. And you will see some of the excitement that takes place that will stay with them for all of their lives, as ours did when we were children. So welcome to this beautiful, beautiful day at the William Debate School. I hope you can join in by watching this and celebrate in your own way with children in your area. So thank you so much, and a very, very happy Gingerbread Day to you.
Boys and girls, let's see how we do on this one. Bit of a test. Boys and girls, happy Gingerbread Day. Oh my God, you never disappoint. Congratulations. Great job, boys and girls. Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 26th Annual Gingerbread Express. 26th Annual. Amazing. I would certainly like to welcome the Mayor of the capital city, Mayor Jorge Elorza, to our school. Thank you for coming out this morning, Mr. Mayor. We also have our Superintendent of Schools, Superintendent Marr. Thank you for coming. We also have the Rhode Island Commissioner of Education, Mr. Wagner. Welcome to our school this morning. Thank you for coming. We also have Miss Mary Beth Calabro, President of the Providence Teachers Union, with us here this morning. Good morning. I know I see Councilman Correa here. I'd like to thank Councilman Correa for his hard work here, getting our gym in order. In years past, yes. In years past, I've gotten some feedback on the gym that was not positive. And I reached out. We have tremendously active representation here between Councilwoman Matos, Councilman Correa, and if you look around today, this is some of the work. And I've also been told that over the holiday break, we'll also get our floor completely redone. So thank you very much. I'd also like to welcome back Mr. Larry Purtle, President of the Rhode Island National Education Association. Good morning. We also have, and boys and girls, this is something that it really makes me feel just so good about a lot of things. We're at William Debate Elementary School. So this morning, we have in attendance several members of Mr. William Debate's family. The matriarch since I've been here for 8 years, Miss Denise Debate. Denise, is she still unloading presents? There she is. And we have several members of the debate family. I don't want to leave folks out, so if the entire debate family could just give us a wave. And I'd like to welcome all of you to William Debate Elementary. Welcome you back. And I think that's such a special aspect of our school, boys and girls, that you go to William Debate Elementary and right there is the Debate family. We actually have William Debate Jr. here. Is that correct? Right here in the front row. That's William Debate Jr. here in our school. So thank you. I'll be calling up our special guests here in just a minute to say a couple of words. Today, it's just an incredible day, an incredible celebration. The show of generosity every year brings me to tears. It's amazing. However, we do have one of our faculty members who is not doing well. A teacher who has spent 20 plus years, probably over 25 years here in this particular school, dedicating really not just her professional career, but her life to our school and to our community. A teacher who several times did not miss a single day, no personal day, didn't miss a single day. It was something it took me a couple of years to even figure out. I didn't even realize it, and then it kind of was made known to me, and I was really blown away. And I don't know that I've ever said thank you strongly enough to this particular teacher. Unfortunately, she's ill right now, so I know she would love to be here. So I would really like to take just a moment of silence for Miss Elizabeth Mulho. Thank you. I know Ms. Mulho would really appreciate that, so thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call up our mayor to the podium at his school, William Debate Elementary School, to say a few words. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Happy Gingerbread Day. I am so excited to be here, and I want to thank everyone who made this day possible. Can you join me in making a lot of noise and clapping your hands for Principal Brent Kerman? Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But I want to hear more noise when I mention the next group of people, okay? So can you make some noise and clap your hands for all of your teachers and volunteers who make this possible? Okay. All right, I need your help again. Now that was pretty good, but I need even more noise now. Okay? So let's make some noise for the entire Debate family who makes this possible. All right. Thank you so much to the entire Debate family. We appreciate the connection that you have to this school, the connection that you have to our kids and to the community, and this wouldn't be possible without you, so thank you once again. Now we have other special people who also help to make this day possible. So we have the principal, we have the teachers and volunteers, we have the Debate family, and then some of you might have seen a really, really big truck outside. And I need you once again to help me make some noise for a group of people that are here helping. So their names are George Nee, Larry Pearl, and the entire Teamsters crew. Please, a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is only possible because everyone works together. When you work together, you can do great things for your community. And I have the great privilege of being able to work every day with so many great people. People such as Superintendent Maurer, Commissioner Wagner, PTU President Mary Beth Calabro, Councilman Michael Correa, and so many people in the community. And that's the only reason this is possible, because we care about you, we care about the school, and we care about the community, and we come together to make this possible. And what is so neat about this is that for some of you, this is the first Gingerbread Day that you're going through. But many of you have already seen Gingerbread Day before, and there are people for the past 25 years, 25 years, that's a long time, who have been able to experience this Gingerbread Day here at this school. So I am so proud to be part of this tradition. This 26th year is a very special one, and I look forward to continue the partnership, continue working together, so we can have another 25 extremely productive and successful years, so we can keep this great tradition going. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
You can work the crowd. Wow. Of elementary school. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've never heard that volume in our school before. That was amazing. So at this time, I've sort of reached out to our superintendent, the commissioner, to see if they'd like to say a couple of words. And I'd like to call up first our superintendent of our schools here in Providence, Superintendent Marr.
Thank you. This is the second day in a row that we've had a great celebration in Providence schools, and I always have to follow the mayor, and it's the worst job because he gets everybody happy and gets everybody screaming, then there's nothing left to say. But luckily I have a couple things very quickly before we get to presents. So it's, is it Feliz Dia de Pan de Jengibre? Is that right? Happy Gingerbread Day? So let's say that, but we're here in a school at William DeBate, and it is a wonderful school. And part of it is because of this amazing community, and part of it is because of this amazing day. But part of it's because this is a great school for our kids, and our kids get a great education here. So before we get to the presents, I want to focus on the fact that I want to give every kid in this school, every teacher in this school, and the principal in this school, and everyone else, I want everyone else to give us a round of applause, because this is the second highest performing elementary school in all of Providence. Now, I still live up in the Boston area where we would say you're all wicked smart. So I just think it's amazing, because when you look at the children in these schools, you see the potential. And a lot of people would look at the numbers and they look at the statistics and they'd say these kids can't compete, these kids can't learn. But because of the teachers, the parents, and the hard work of the students in these schools, you are breaking the odds, you are breaking through barriers, and you are doing an amazing job. So one final round of applause for William DeBate Elementary. Very good.
Thank you. Wow. What a day. Amazing. At this time, I'd like to call up the Rhode Island Department of Education Commissioner, Mr. Ken Wagner.
Thank you. I believe that I'm the last thing between you and your presence, so of course I'll make it very quick. So as the mayor mentioned and as the superintendent mentioned, you come to a school to teach and you come to a school to learn. But a school, of course, is so much more than that. A school is a family. A school community is a family. Literally the family of your school's founder as well as the extended family here. But a family is anchored in love. You stick together because you love and you care about each other. And when I was driving over here today, I literally passed a sign that said, "Love is a verb." You have to make it come alive every single today. And today, in this school, love is a verb in action. And I thank all of you for inviting me to this. I'm thrilled to be part of this extended community, and I look forward to seeing you explore your presence. Let's get to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioner. And we certainly will be getting to those presents momentarily. However, I will now pass up an opportunity on the microphone to again say thank you to a couple other special folks, and then to celebrate our boys and girls again just briefly. So today's event, to the best of my understanding, the NEA of Rhode Island has been behind this for over a quarter of a century. Miss Valerie Staples is always our point person coming out of the NEA of Rhode Island, along with our nurse, NEARI. So thank you very much. Thank you. I also understand that Horace Mann has always played a very significant role here in supporting our school, so I'd like to thank Horace Mann Company for all of their support. Over by the door here, and it's always, I don't know, to a certain extent, somewhat of a solemn reminder just how fortunate we are for our police officers and firefighters and first responders here, not just in our city, but across our country. And as times become a little more hectic and crazy, without our fire department, without our police officers, and without our first responders, I don't know that we would be as fortunate as we are. So thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm getting the Brent stop talking sign, and I appreciate that. However, the Providence Journal, Linda Borg from the Providence Journal about a month ago wrote an amazing article about our school. Did anybody see that article? Yes. Yes. And it talked about a hidden gem here in Olneyville, and we really are. And if you read the whole article, you get to realize that we're so much more than just teachers and students. Teachers, students, Brown University. Teachers, students, Brown University, Olneyville Housing Collaborative. Teachers, the police department, the fire department, Dr. Catherine Price, Lincoln School for Girls, and the list goes on and on. Our families, so involved. We're fortunate to have several of them here in attendance today. Folks who are no longer from our school but come back to help our school. We are such a collection of parts that make the whole so strong. And I really appreciated Linda Borg's article because it really captured that we're not just a couple of things, we're many, many things. And so as I reflected upon today, I had to come up with a couple of things that I wanted to say, and I was sharing it just a couple of minutes ago. I think one of the best parts about our school is if you walk through the halls and if you walk into our classrooms, you'll actually hear the word love. You'll hear teachers say, me amor, you'll hear say, my love, sweetheart. Miss Morgan's beaming over here. We have that at our school. That's the ultimate difference maker here at our school. We're hardworking, teachers and students and families, but we love one another. I know our faculty and staff love our kids. I hear it and see it every day. We have 410 students this year. Next year we'll have 410 students, et cetera, et cetera. Boys and girls, I hope at the end of the day, before you leave our school in 5th grade, and most of you come here K through 5, I hope you know that we love you. We want, in several years, for you to come back and say, Mr. Kerman, I'm a senior at Classical, I'm a senior at Central High School, I'm going to CCRI, I'm going to Brown University, I'm going to Providence College. Makes us proud. You basically are our children. We actually have someone in attendance today who contacted the school recently, a former student of ours, for whom she worked hard. Her entire family worked very hard. And, you know, with some good fortune, is leading an excellent, beautiful life. And is now part of Gingerbread in the giving back aspect of things. Is now a family that, you know, supports one of our children, adopts one of our kids for the Gingerbread experience. Sorry. I know that we have Cindy Culero in attendance. Is Cindy here? Cindy, if you could just stand and wave. So boys and girls, if you take a look at Cindy, she is you, we are her. College, coming back, giving back. Well, we're talking about a cycle, boys and girls. That's really what we're all about here at our school. I have several other things here about our park results, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to read that. The superintendent already mentioned how we have the second highest achievement in the city. Out of 20 elementary schools, 6 or 7 middle schools, several high schools. Our ELA average is 3% above the state average. The state average, we're higher than the state when it comes to ELA. Our math is more than double the district average. Boys and girls, It's working. Your perfect attendance that you have, our teachers in their perfect attendance, it comes together and pays off. Come to school every day, work hard, this is what happens. I want to say again, thank you to the NEA and all of our partners. I want to say thank you to all of our special guests this morning, and we are just about to get to the presents.
Hi, my name is Richard Pacheco. I'm a Vice President for the Bricklayers and Allied Craftsmen in Local 3 Rhode Island. On behalf of our members, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. Last year, at the height of the winter storms, we had our apprentices go out and shovel some bus stops for RIPTA. This is something that we felt was necessary, and if the need so arises, we would do so again.
Hi, I'm Frank Flynn. I'm the president of the Rhode Island Federation of Teachers and Health Professionals, and on behalf of the 9,000 teachers, educational support staff, healthcare workers, and public employees, I want to wish all of you a very joyous holiday season and a happy and healthy new year.
Hi, I'm Lucy Burdick, President of Rhode Island Alliance of Social Service Employees, SEIU Local 580, and we're here to wish you a very happy holidays. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is George Nee, President of the Rhode Island AFL-CIO. And on behalf of the 80,000 union members and retirees in the state of Rhode Island that work very hard to make sure that our streets are safe, our children are educated, all the people in the state have good services, the buildings are coming up and are built safely. We just want to say we hope you enjoy your holidays with your family. And if you get a chance every once in a while, buy some union products and some union services during the holiday season. That'll keep your brothers and sisters working so that they can have a good standard of living and take care of their families and their children. So let's think about all the kids across the world this year, and let's try to do one thing every day to make this a better world. Thank you very much, and safe and happy holidays.
Hi, so I'm Maureen Martin, Secretary-Treasurer of the Rhode Island AFL-CIO, and I want to wish everybody happy holidays. Whatever you're celebrating, you deserve it. All of the workers in Rhode Island, the AFL-CIO affiliate members, work so hard all year long, providing so many services. I'd also like to let everyone know that the Rhode Island Coalition of Labor Union Women has been kind of reorganized in Rhode Island this year, and we will be working on a campaign to restore jobs in America by educating and agitating people about buying products made in USA. So there are a lot of statistics out there about how many jobs are created if a certain amount of people buy a made in USA product as opposed to something imported. And we'll be getting a lot of information out there about that, and we hope you all become part of our campaign.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Labor Vision. We appreciate your input and encourage your comments. Labor Vision can be seen on this channel 3 times each week: Tuesday at 7 p.m., Thursday at 8 p.m., and Saturday at 5 p.m. Welcome to this edition of Labor Vision. I'm Bob Delaney, Executive Director of the Institute for Labor Studies and Research. Labor Vision, a production of the Institute, focuses on topics of importance to working Rhode Island families. We hope you enjoy this evening's edition. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Labor Vision. I'm Bob Delaney. For the last 35 years, the Institute for Labor Studies and Research has been offering a host of programs targeted to working Rhode Islanders in an attempt to give them the opportunity to have a better job, a better income, and a better standard of living for their families. In an attempt to achieve those goals, we have, over the years, hosted programs on site at work sites, at the Institute, at union facilities. Over the years, that program developed into a statewide program that has received funding through the Rhode Island Department of Education. And I'm very pleased this evening to be able to have a conversation with Sophie Tan, who is the co-director of the Adult Education Workplace Training Programs at the Institute. Sophie, welcome.
Thank you.
You've been in the program, involved in this program for a long time. The Institute's has been offering the program for 35 years now. When did you get involved?
I started about 10 years ago as an instructor at a couple of worksite classes, and about 5 years ago I began sharing the coordination responsibilities when the longtime director, Jackie Kelly, retired. This program was founded as a worksite-based program. We offered classes at the job site for the workers, both ESL and GED. For a long time, we offered classes in partnership with the Teamsters and Rhode Island Hospital Lifespan on site. We had a GED and English classes there for a long time. Also at Women and Infants Hospital in partnership with Care New England and SEIU 1199. Those were two long-standing job sites.
You've also had programs in partnership with just individuals in the community who have an interest in a particular area, but also people from a union who may not have enough people to form a class. And I think of organizations or like some of the hotels or Unite Here workers, where on a weekend you'd offer a class that might be a combination of people from the public and people from those unions in jobs in hotels.
Yes, we've done that in the recent past, both at Unite Here's office for their members who work downtown, primarily in the hotels, and currently we're just starting a couple of Saturday morning classes that are based at SEIU 1199's office on Broadway. These classes are open to both union members and community members. And
it's interesting because I think in many cases, I know in the past with programs with Lifespan at Rhode Island Hospital and with Care New England at Women and Infants, the management and union arranged for a situation. It was like a give an hour, get an hour to ensure that workers got every benefit to be able to improve their skills and their communication skills on site. Tell me about that arrangement.
Yeah, that's wonderful when it's possible. The union and the employer will work together to arrange for release time so that we can schedule the worksite classes to straddle, for example, the shift change in the afternoon, so that employees can leave their shift an hour early in order to attend class, and then they'll stay an additional hour on their own time. The first hour is paid, the second hour is their own time. Or vice versa for second shift people, they might arrive at work an hour early of their own time, and then they stay in class for an hour and begin their shift an hour later. But with this way, the class time doesn't affect their pay. They're paid the same, but they're able to, it supports their participation in class at the job site.
I know that we've been asked to increase those on-site offerings lately. There's been more of a demand. But before we go there, I want to talk briefly about the weekend courses that you offer and where you offer them, because we do have programs that are open to the general public.
In recent years, our program has, in addition to the worksite classes, has also offered community-based classes. The majority of those are located at Pawtucket Library in downtown Pawtucket. We also have this year we have the Saturday morning classes in Providence on Broadway. I would say the people who come to these classes are generally working adults who have limited English, and they want to improve their English in order to, I think, be better, more involved with their community, and to better support their families and hopefully improve their situations at work, get a better job, get a promotion, something like that.
You've grown the program in many ways, and one of the ways that I'm very impressed with is you had a program for a jobs club that was an option for some people to get involved in. Can you talk about that?
The Jobs Club is an elective class that we piloted first, I think 3 years ago. It's a class that's offered as an extra option for people who are already enrolled in our regular ESOL classes. It's something that offers ESL adults who are looking for work. It offers them an opportunity for extra practice with the language that they might need for job interviews, for job applications, practice with some basic digital literacy skills that are increasingly important in the job application process. And we also partner with some employers to arrange back of the house tours of different job sites so that participants can get an idea of what's involved in different kinds of work.
Lots of people may not know that the program isn't just a prescribed book. You start at page 1 and end at page 37. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think that's important to know. In our program, it's not about, we don't have a one ESL book that's used in every situation for every class. The curriculum in our program is very much learner-centered, and is the content for the classes comes directly from the learner's needs and the context of the class. So for example, if it's a worksite class, it might draw from materials that the participants would be using at their worksite, forms, conversations with bosses or with customers, things like that. The same approach holds true in our community-based classes. We're also looking very much to the learners for cues in terms of what content is addressed in class. I think this is a basic value that makes sense in terms of engaging the learners. We're providing material and basing our instruction on what is important to them and their needs.
It seems to me it would be a big safety issue, that the issue of safety on the job could be addressed effectively as one of the major subjects. And I know that you designed a program probably 3-4 years ago now for the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades on site. And I think, did you use safety as one of those kind of subject areas?
Yes, that was a class that we offered in partnership with the Painters Union, and where they specifically asked us to make use of safety manuals and guidelines that were being presented in their regular apprenticeship training program. And so we incorporated some of that material into the curriculum for the ESOL class.
And I think it was kind of interesting because I think even the International Union included that safety training as part of their apprenticeship hours too, which was really kind of a bonus for them, but a real understanding of the quality of the work of the programs that you and your teachers delivered. Talking about that, how many instructors do you have?
Generally we have around 8 to 10. Yeah.
And many of them have been with the Institute for a long time?
That's true, yes.
I think we had one opening this year that you applied, or people applied for, and you have high-level instructors who are not just engaged, but they're very passionate about it.
Yeah, our instructors are the best, and our program wouldn't be possible without their expertise and dedication.
How many semesters do you run? How long is the program? How many people are involved? Just kind of a broad brush of conversation about that.
So currently our program serves around 200 learners a year. The school year, the school calendar is organized around trimesters that run in the fall, September to December, in the winter, January to March, and in the spring, April through June. And we usually have a smaller summer session also.
So in reality, you could probably have a situation where you may have 200 students enrolled in a year, 200 individuals, but they may attend more than one semester. So over the period of a year, how many students would be enrolled if you accumulate the number of students in each semester?
It's hard to estimate, but if you're talking about separate enrollments, if you're counting enrollments per session, it's over 400 enrollments for the year. We find that organizing the school year around sort of shorter trimesters rather than the longer traditional semester or 9-month school year calendar is makes more sense for an adult learner who maybe that longer term commitment might be a challenge. But we do have a number of students who enroll in September and stay with us through June or even August.
Now, in terms of registration, you just completed it, then you do registration again, I believe, in January?
That's right.
If people, it's too late for this semester, but if people wanted to get more information and possibly take a look at the potential of open seats, because we always have more people than we have seats.
Yes.
So they could call the Institute and either speak with you or Brady anytime, and you can keep some information, and when you start registration again, you can get in contact with them or they can follow up?
Certainly, yes. We maintain a wait list, and we'd be happy to add anybody who's interested to the wait list, and we'll contact them for the next registration.
Looking to the future, there are a number of unions who have contacted you to do more on-site. Who are the newest ones?
This fall and winter, we expect to have classes. Let's see. We're working on organizing a class in partnership with UFCW for the workers at the Resource Recovery Center. Also with the laborers for some of their members in Cranston, including the waste management employees. And a class in partnership with the Painters Union during the off-season for adults who work in ESL adults who work in construction.
That's good.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. You've done a great job for a long time for the Institute, and I know I appreciate it, but I know that the instructors and teachers that you have appreciate your commitment to it. But I think the most important piece here is the number of people who are enrolled in the program who come back on a yearly basis to improve those skills, to better be able to do the job that they do, and to communicate more effectively. Yeah. I want to thank you for taking the time to come on to the show today and to explain to people what we do. I know that your favorite place would not be behind the camera, but in front of a class getting it done. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for your commitment to the class. Thank you for your commitment to working Rhode Islanders. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Our guest this evening was Sophie Tan. She is the co-director of the Adult Workplace Education Literacy Program at the Institute for Labor Studies and Research. For more information, you can call the Institute. Thank you for watching.
Governor, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your time. Governor Gina Raimondo.
Thank you. Thank you, George. Nice to be with everybody today. It's wonderful to be with you. Thank you, George. He's an amazing leader. And whenever I get down, I call George. I say, can we get this done? He says, absolutely. Stay in there, Governor. Stay in there. Hang in there. So thank you, George, for your great leadership. And Liz, welcome to Rhode Island. We love having you here. I am told, in addition to being the youngest, you're the first woman ever to hold the position of Secretary-Treasurer. So I know a little something about being the first woman in an executive position. So welcome. And in addition to having that in common, the other thing we have in common is a deep-seated belief and passion for making sure that everybody has opportunity. And that's my mission here in Rhode Island, to make Rhode Island a place of opportunity for everybody. No matter where you start life, what zip code you're born into, the color of your skin, man or woman, a place of opportunity for everybody. And we got a lot of work to do. So someone said to me, I was interviewed the other day by a publication, National Press, and he had done a little research on me and talked to people. He said, I hear you're a person in a hurry. I said, yeah, I'm in a hurry, because we got 35,000 people out of work. We got schools falling apart. We got bridges and roads falling apart. You better believe I'm in a hurry. We got a lot to do, and we're attacking it with urgency. And with your support, we're going to continue to get things done. Since I've been governor, as George said, I wake up every day and go to bed every night, sometimes dream through the night, focused on getting people back to work. That's what I do. And I'm going to keep doing that until more people are back to work. And as I look around here, I see a lot of faces of people who have close friends who've been out of work for too long. And we are on the right track. There's no one thing that's going to get us on the right track. I'm not playing a Hail Mary pass game. I am a blocking and tackling kind of a person. We are going to block and tackle. We're going to rebuild. We're going to make it a fair place to do business. We're going to support workers. We're going to over and over again, and then you're going to see progress, and people are going to get back to work, and I'm already seeing that progress. When I got into office, I said, first we've got to help people immediately. So we did that. Already progress. Raise the minimum wage to $9.60, and I'm going back at it again next session to get it back up to $10.10. We're going to do that together. We also raised the tip minimum wage. We also expanded the Earned Income Tax Credit program. These are things that provide people immediate help, money in the pockets of working people today. Those two things got that done. I'd like to even expand the Earned Income Tax Credit program even more next session. We're also, give this guy a hand, Scott Jensen. When I campaigned, I came to everyone in your union halls and I promised you that I would crack down on illegal misclassification of workers. I told you I would do it. We've hired 3 people and we're already doing it. We are letting people know it's not the Wild West anymore in Rhode Island. There's a new sheriff in town, and if you don't play by the rules, you're going to get caught, and you're going to pay, and we're going to bust you, and we're going to be happy about it. And that's what we're doing. The other thing, and that's money in the pockets of people today. The other thing that puts money in the pockets of people today, I ran, and I told you I would support collective bargaining agreement with the SEIU to enhance high-quality child care workers. I told my staff when I got into office, I put a new head of DHS in there, a new head of DOA in there. I said, get that done, sign that contract, give them a raise, and we did it. I was proud to celebrate with them last Friday night. Hard-working people, mostly women, and as a working mother, I want to know my kids are taken care of when I'm at work. And every parent deserves that. So thank you guys for the work that you do. Now, it's important to take those immediate steps, but we also have to plan for the future. We have to plan for the future to have a robust economy. And that means we have to innovate, educate, and rebuild. So, educate. I am very serious about making sure that every child has an opportunity to go to a high-quality, free public school and an affordable public institution of higher education. So what are we doing there? I was proud to be the governor that put forth and get passed a proposal so that now we finally have all-day public kindergarten for every kid in Rhode Island. Got that done. We also tripled the number of pre-K classes this year, and I'd like to continue to do that. That's not enough. I'm not satisfied with that. I'm pleased, but every kid deserves pre-K. My kids had it. They flourished because of it. Every kid deserves that. We're also transforming the high school experience. I think we have to reimagine the end of high school. Every kid who graduates high school needs to either be ready to get a job or ready to go to college. So we've just rolled out a program. I think we're calling it Prepare RI. I got to say, we're rolling out so many programs, I can't remember all the names. But I think this one's called Prepare RI. But here's the way it works. For the first time ever in Rhode Island, starting this year, every high school junior and senior in a public high school in Rhode Island can take college classes for free and get college credit, which means if you're a very motivated young person, you can graduate high school with an associate's degree or, far along the way to your college degree, which means if you go to CCRI and you can only afford 2 years, not 3 years, well, it's a good thing you got some credits under your belt when you get out of high school. This is important. It used to be, before I got here, you had to pay a couple $100s per class. Not everybody can afford a couple $100s per class. So what we're saying is, let's reimagine the end of high school, make it accessible for everybody regardless of income, and start setting young people on a path to a career or to college. Rhode Island is one of the only states in the country, this is what they call dual and concurrent enrollment. We're one of only a couple of states in the country to have universal dual and concurrent enrollment, and I'm very proud to have been the governor to bring that about for people. And then also with regard to job training, Director Jensen, I think, is doing a terrific job. We're turning job training on its head. We are demanding that we get results. And we've rolled out a program, Real Jobs RI, which I couldn't be happier with. What we've done is we've gone to the employers in our community by industry. We said to them, okay, I said to them, I'm sick and tired of you complaining that you don't have the skilled workforce that you need. So do some work. Come to the table, tell us what you need, design this curriculum, we'll train the people, and then you hire them. So we've done that. We have it in a number of sectors that are growing in Rhode Island: healthcare, IT, building trades, marine technology, manufacturing. The employers have come to the table. They're all doing their work. They're designing the programs. We're going to train them, and then they're going to hire the people we train. I think I have great hope for this program. It's a win-win-win. It's a win for employers because they get the skilled workforce that they need. It's a win for the taxpayers of Rhode Island, and it's a win for folks that are out of work or that need a little more skills to get that high-paying job. Like Liz said, you shouldn't have to work 3 jobs to make ends meet. If you have skills, you ought to get a high-paid job, 1 job, take care of your family. So we have really high hopes for this program. We're also big believers in apprenticeships. Very pleased to say we just received a multi-million-dollar grant from the federal government to focus on apprenticeship programs, to make Scott blush. Since this guy's been here, in the past 6 months, we've taken in almost $15 million of new federal grants for job training programs and apprenticeship programs. That's real money. So, this is what we're doing. It's about skills, it's about education, it's about innovation. It's about one more thing. It's about rebuilding Rhode Island. This year, when I campaigned, what did I tell you I was going to do? You guys, over there. I came to every one of your halls. I told you I was going to start a school building authority so we could get people back to work. We got that done. We're putting the money out in the street next week, and I want to make it even bigger next year. I told you we were going to start an infrastructure fund, an infrastructure bank. Got that done. That's in process. We're rolling that out now, and I think we're going to be able to continue to make that bigger. That puts your folks to work. That puts laborers to work. That puts plumbers and pipe fitters to work. That puts people in this room who deserve to work. Now, there's one more thing we have to do. And we have to do it in January, because I don't want to wait until June. Because you don't want to wait until June. We have to pass roadworks. Okay? Now, yeah, okay. Take this enthusiasm and get yourselves up to the State House. Bottle up that enthusiasm. Stand up and show up at the House of Representatives. The Senate, I've done my job, the Senate's done their job, and there's one House that hasn't gotten its job done. And that's the House of Representatives. Now, just the other day, a week or so ago, they said we want one more study. I was a little shocked because I think there's been a dozen studies that show infrastructure puts people to work and it's good for Rhode Island, but I said, fine, we'll do one more study. We did one more study, this REMI study. They did a real deep analysis of the particular proposal that's before the General Assembly. And it showed it creates almost 7,000 jobs, makes our roads in the condition that they need to be, gets our bridges to 90% sufficient, and doesn't hurt the economy by making us less competitive. There is no reason not to pass this bill. This bill will create thousands of jobs. We have the worst bridges in America. Do you like being last? I don't like being last. I don't like losing. I don't like being last. I don't like bridges falling apart. And I don't like having 7,000 people unemployed that could have a job. So pass the bill. It's a good bill. It's a creative piece of legislation. It doesn't raise taxes. Gas taxes, I don't believe, are a good solution. You know why? A couple reasons. We already have the highest gas tax in New England. So if you raise them, we'll be less competitive. And gas taxes put the burden squarely on every family in Rhode Island. You raise that gas tax, and immediately every Rhode Island family is poorer because more of their pocketbook is going into their gas tank. And every single business is poorer. Every business, every restaurant, every supermarket, every catering business, every florist is poorer. I don't think the gas tax is the solution. Right now, what I'm proposing is a truck toll on the biggest trucks that go over bridges. Every state from Maryland to Maine does it. Why can't we? Every truck that's driving through Rhode Island right now from Connecticut and other states, they're getting a free ride. They're getting a free ride. 60% of the revenue coming from my proposal comes from out of state. So I'm serious about this, and you should be too, because I don't want people to get hurt if our roads and bridges collapse. And it's just not right to me to know that we could create 7,000 jobs, and we have lots of families who need those jobs, and the proposal is right there. So I would ask you for your support on that, because it's important. It's important not just for your members, although your members will benefit disproportionately, but it's just the right thing to do for Rhode Island. So I would say we're off to a great start. We're in early innings. I've been doing this for 10 months now, though it occasionally feels like longer. I have a ton of energy. We're just getting going. Rhode Island's on the rise, and the best is yet to come. And I'm going to end with a little story, because occasionally, you might not appreciate this, Liz, but we Rhode Islanders occasionally are a little cynical. We occasionally say, we can't do that. It's Rhode Island. And we wonder, are we getting anywhere? And I just went through a whole list of accomplishments, things we've done together in just the past few months, real tangible progress that's helping work with people in Rhode Island. But anyway, the other day I was on the airplane. I was flying to Washington. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I was a little tired and trying to kind of be quiet in the corner, have my coffee, maybe nobody would see me. So I'm sitting there, it's early. All of a sudden, I feel someone pound me right here. Governor, Governor, Governor. And I said, yes. Obviously, she wasn't tired. She had a lot of energy. I said, yes. She said, I got to tell you something, Governor. She said, you're on the right track. I said, why is that? She said, well, you know that program that you rolled out where you provide a forgivable loan to help people buy their first house if they're new college graduates? And I said, yes, it's a program I just started. She said, my daughter just had 2 job offers, one in Boston, which was higher pay, and one in Rhode Island, a little bit lower pay. And this is a recent college graduate, exactly the kind of people we want to keep here. She said she took the job in Rhode Island because she got the $7,000 forgivable loan. She's living in Rhode Island, she's working in Rhode Island, she's buying a house in Rhode Island. So we are making progress. Maybe we don't see it every day, but let me tell you something, everything we just talked about, behind everything we just said, school building authority, raising the minimum wage, training people as a human being like that kid who's gonna buy her first house, whose lives we're making better. So that's why we're doing what we're doing, and that's why we're not gonna stop until this job's done. So thank you for your support.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Labor Vision. We appreciate your input and encourage your comments. Labor Vision can be seen on this channel 3 times each week, Tuesday at 7 p.m., Thursday at 8 p.m., and Saturday at 5 p.m.